The sun will come out tomorrow. Yes. So today, believe it or not, it's hard to believe, but it's been 25 years since I was ordained a priest. Today, 1st of July, 1995. Whew, yeah, man, it's a lot of emotions. I think overarching emotion would be thanksgiving, really, for the gift of being a priest, but also for all the people I've met. Thousands of faces coming to my mind over the last few days in the different countries I've served in. Beautiful people of faith who have inspired me as well, and just being very conscious of the fact that I was God's instrument to them as well, and I could, make a difference in their lives maybe. I was ordained a deacon in Africa, in Guinea, West Africa, by Cardinal Sarah, who was the Bishop of Conakry at that time. And a year later I was ordained in France, in the Brothers' House, Theology House, Rimont it was called, by the Bishop from Orleans in France. And I think there was about 7 or 8 of us there. Brother Stephen Emmanuel was one of the priests ordained that day. And my family came over from Ireland. Some of my family left Ireland for the first time in their lives, coming to France for the ordination. Wow. So I have 2 uncles who were priests. One of them passed away this year, unfortunately. The other one is still in Nigeria. He was ordained in 1960, so I'm a little child next to him. But they definitely inspired me. I think I spent a year working with the special needs people in France with John Vanier when I was 18, 19, and that really changed my life. Especially, I felt God speaking to me through one of the special needs people. And so I could say it's the special needs people that called me, that God spoke to me and called me. Yeah, so I did 7-8 years in Guinea, West Africa. And during that time, I worked a lot as well on the border with Sierra Leone during the civil war there, because it was a very difficult time in their history. Then I was a year in India with the brothers there. We had a house for AIDS patients. And from there I went to Cameroon, back to Africa again, Cameroon for 3 years. I got quite ill in Cameroon. And then I came back to Ireland and the UK and France for about 6 months. And then I went to Laredo, Texas for 9 years on the border between Mexico and the US. And from there I came to Forest Gate. That was already, can you imagine, 8 years ago? That is the program I've been in. Yeah, these are big questions. I mean, I think first of all it's gone by so fast. It seems like I'm in a sprint. And all of a sudden I'm looking back and it's 25 years. Very intense. Every day is like intense problems and issues, but also intense joys and intense emotions and intense faith moments. But man, it just fills me with thanks to have been called to be a priest. Not everyone has their calling. I think you have to find the place where you're happiest, but I don't think I could be happier than these last 25 years or 30 years as a brother have brought me a lot of joy and happiness. Okay, well, there's many, but I remember when I was in Africa, sometimes you speak about numbers and successes and all that, but it can be kind of a trap, because I remember on the coast of Guinea there was a place called Bagatai, and it was mainly Muslim, but some of the islands were Christian, and the priest there, an African priest, used to ask me about once every 3 months to go and visit the islands to give communion. And some of the islands were like maybe a day or two's journey. And when you get to the island, there was that much mud, especially in low tide, and you have to get there for 2 people. And you get there and you go, man, what am I doing in this? And you get there and you see their joy and their welcome and the faith they have and how precious the Eucharist was for them. And it just made the journey so rewarding, but also a reminder of how powerful it is, whether you're a Eucharistic minister or a reader or whatever your role is in the church. The joy of bringing Christ to people, there's nothing like it. If God give me life, well, to be healthy, and that's a gift. I think you become more and more conscious of health as you get older, and how without your health it's difficult to be instrument of God. But I hope God keeps me humble and grateful, because conscious of the gift of life. To be alive is just to breathe is a gift, but also the conscious of the gratefulness to be His instrument and to be called on this incredible journey. That for me, I hope God can keep me conscious of this. I would like to say just thank you, because priests, though they might not let on sometimes, are very sensitive to support and to encouragement. And I've felt that a lot, not just here in Forest Gate, but in most of my ministry. You find this. I just want to say thank you, and to continue to support your priests, and why not pray for vocations and encourage maybe your own children and people that you know to follow the footsteps of priests and religious, because it's a beautiful life. But I want to say thank you to you all.